You have got so much cake.
Yeah.
Do you make it all yourself?
Wow.
Yeah, I do. Everybody says that, and they come in, they say, "Oh, who makes all the cakes?" And I say, "I do." They say, "Wow." And I think, "Oh, okay." I think I started that actual business. That first business I started was on the day when the banks collapsed. Interesting day to start a business. I mean, I have 0 qualifications in this. I mean, I've gone through imposter syndrome every single day of the week. You know, I mean, it's just like a real thing.
Welcome to Kitchen Tales. This is a podcast where my friend Rhona and I talk about our businesses. We run our local businesses here in West Berkshire, and we get the pleasure of talking to other people that are running their businesses. And yeah, we just have so much fun and getting to know so many people. How are you this week, Rhona?
I'm okay, not too bad. Busy half term.
Yeah.
Really busy half term. It was good. A bit of work and a bit of fun as well. We managed to go away for a couple of nights. We went to the Grove as a family, so it was lovely just to catch our breath a bit and really enjoyed it. Lots of relaxation. My son's going away soon, and every so often we'd just like to go to a hotel, whether it's a night, just to refresh and just, you know, life's so busy, and just get the family together because they're here, there and everywhere. My children, as you know, are older, and just, you know, it's time together, so it was lovely. Really enjoyed that, and it was just and a busy few weeks coming up. So how are you? How was your half day?
I'm just thinking about the Grove. I've never been.
Haven't
I've always wanted to be, so making me think about other places that I can go. So we were doing loads of birthday things for my son over half term, and I think his birthday is going to be running for the next 2 months.
Oh right.
It's just on that birthday high, and he said he's celebrating his birthday until Christmas time. So I think it was just that, but it was really nice. It's getting so busy as well with work, so I did have a few days of work in between, just trying to get things sorted, getting organized, but pretty good. And
that's
now it's just feeling really cozy.
It is
getting colder by the day, so I went a bit of shopping, getting new coats and things like that. Just like a lot of house and work admin.
No, that's great. That's good. And we've got another guest today.
We do,
and I'd like to introduce Ruth from Priscilla's Kitchen.
Thank you for having me.
Pleasure, Ruth. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Really, it's feeling very autumnal suddenly.
It's suddenly.
Just standing out this weekend thinking, gosh, it was just proper autumn weather. Say soup season.
Soup season. I know.
Soup and stew season. So you guys actually know each other?
Yes, we do. We met. Well, I knew about Ruth earlier than we met. Because we actually first met when I first started at the Walton Hill Market.
That's right.
And you came up and introduced yourself, and that was probably, 9 years ago, something like that.
Probably, yes. And I don't think.
Ago?
Yes, and I wasn't doing I hadn't started Priscilla's Kitchen.
You hadn't.
Cafe at that point.
No. So you
I was just running as
catering. You were doing all your catering business, and now you own the cafe in East Garston.
So I've got a little cafe in East Garston, which is a little hub of the village. So, it just it started. The actual shop that we're in was a shop. It was the village shop, and for whatever reason, I don't know why, it didn't work. And then the unit kind of used just different things, like I think it was an antique shop, and then a friend of mine in the village said, "Oh, the lease is up," and she actually said you could turn it into a coffee shop, and I went, and it's got. I thought, oh my gosh, that is such a good idea. And I had sort of dreamed about. I think a lot of people do. They dream about having a coffee shop. I have no idea why, but I did, and I thought, I'm going to have a go at that. And I sort of told my husband about it, and he said, "Oh no," he said, "there's no footfall there, you know." And really, I don't think he believed it actually in that it would work. And I said, "Well, I'd like to have a go anyway." So, and he is incredibly supportive. I'm very lucky. So we kind of set about like transforming the shop into a cafe. Found out that literally everything costs £500. Yeah, everything. That'd be £500, please. So it started, and yeah, it's quite interesting. I think I started thinking, well, it's all got to be like, because I make all the cakes and do all the food.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, I feel like, how we have created a good following and a good customer base, because it is all homemade. It is all, so they come for the cake, hopefully. And good cake.
I love that.
The cakes are amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you have got so much cake.
Yeah.
Do you make it all yourself?
Wow.
Yeah, I do. Everybody says that, and they come in, they say, "Oh, who makes all the cakes?" And I say, "I do." They say, "Wow."
Yeah.
And I think, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
Because that's how I've known about you, is through your cakes on social media.
Yeah.
So this is on Facebook, actually.
Yeah.
That's how I knew about your business. Even though I haven't been,
Yeah.
I just always used to see the cakes and people talking about the cakes.
Yeah.
So it's just so intriguing hearing you talk about that. That's probably the reason why a lot of people come there.
Yeah. So when it is a sort of like, there is no footfall. So you have to think, I'm going to go to Priscilla's today.
Yeah.
That's my, where I'm going. So that in itself is like, makes me feel like we've made a bit of a success out of it.
Love that.
And it's sort of, I was actually thinking about how it's evolved a little bit, because we have people come that every day that we're open, they will have the same customers come every, we have new customers as well. But, and I was just thinking that, that it's like a real hub of the community, and a lot of our customers are a little bit older and they come out almost knowing they have to connect, it's a connection. And we've sort of built that is the connection that we've made. And I'm really proud of that.
That's lovely. I like that as well.
It really does. Yeah. That's one of the nicest things about it, I think, so, apart from the cake.
Yeah. So how did you actually get into the hospitality industry? Like,
I mean, I have zero qualifications in this. I mean, I've gone through imposter syndrome every single day of the week. I mean, it's just like a real thing, because I think, oh, well, they've probably got some cordon bleu training, and I don't have any at all.
None of us do.
And
I've
got a cordon bleu. Oh no, I've got a cordon bleu training.
Oh, there you go.
I do.
That's me.
So I always sort of feel like I wouldn't be as good as that person or whatever. So, but I am a like, let's give it a go kind of a girl. So I think really kind of fell into it. I mean, I definitely left home, and my only thing I could cook when I left home was spaghetti bolognese. Yeah. It was a good one, but I mean, that is it. I couldn't cook anything else. And when I met my husband, his mother, my mother-in-law, was the best cook I've ever met. She was such a good cook, and she used to do events. She used to do events. We lived in Cheltenham at the time, and she used to do events for the racecourse at Cheltenham. Wow. And I used to do some of them with her. And I also used to go there for Sunday lunch a lot. And I thought, ooh, and I quite liked my husband, boyfriend at the time, and I quite liked him. I thought, I'd like to keep this one. So I learnt to cook. That was my first sort of introduction to cooking. Was so she was a real an inspiration, to be honest, because she was such a good cook, and really was passionate about it. So I sort of have her to thank, really.
Did she help you?
Yes, she did a bit. Yeah, because I think one of my I said I'd cook Sunday lunch for her one week, and she said absolutely brilliant, and I could just hear from her. She was quite a formidable woman, actually, and I could hear her upstairs, and she said, "What are you doing?" And I said, I'm trying to find a recipe for roast potatoes. So, so that was quite a laugh. But so that was, I think that's how I got into it. And then, I mean, I wasn't working in the industry at all. When we got married, I was actually in HR. I worked at the council, and I was working for HR. So nothing particularly inspiring, I didn't think. But I had my children, and I was lucky enough actually to be able to stay at home with them, to be fair, and I enjoyed that. I mean, I really enjoyed that. But then when you do that, and you have a break in any career, when you want to go back to work, you are then entering at a
very
low level, because all of your skills have moved on. The world's moved on while you've stayed at home. And I wanted to do something at a bit of a higher level. I wanted to be paid more money.
Yes. Yeah.
And so the catering came in, and I actually started when I went back to work. I set up a little food van.
All right. Wow.
So I went around to all the little business units with sandwiches and soup, but again, all homemade. And all the cake was homemade, and all the soups were homemade, and that kind of thing. Sort of hoping to give them a sort of a better level of sandwich. And I think I started that actual business. That first business I started was on the day of the first, when the banks collapsed.
Okay.
I can't remember what that day was, but Black Friday.
There's a name,
like that.
No, I can't remember what the name is.
But there's a name of it.
Yeah, I know exactly that day.
That same day.
Interesting day to start a business.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, but it worked really well.
But it worked, and it just flowed, and here you are today.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that was.
And then you started to do all the events. You went to people's homes and made food and for them.
I've done that. I feel like the shop, the cafe, has given me a real base and a structure to my work, which I like. I found the sporadicness of the outside catering a bit too sporadic. And I wanted it a bit more structured. And I feel that the shop's given me that, although I still do catering from there. And I've done some really, last year and the year before, we did supper clubs, which were just really good.
Oh, yes.
I really enjoyed those.
yeah.
And, we do things from the cafe, but I've still got that base and that structure, which I kind of feel like it's like a little...
It's a good,
So if nothing else is going on...
It's yours, isn't it? It's yours,
Yeah.
it's your kitchen, it's your cafe, and you're bringing the community together. So yes. Yeah.
And we've, I employ... three girls now as well. Have one girl that's been with me for about 4 years actually, and she's just come on such a long way, and I love working with her. And and I've got a couple of girls that work sort of 2 days, and it's just a really nice sort of atmosphere really now. So
and it's creating the hub for the community. I think that's the biggest thing, as you've said, because I've driven past East Garston, and it is a small place.
It's tiny, isn't it?
It is,
and you have to know that you're going into there. So
exactly, because it's like you pass through all the other villages and you're like, oh, okay, I'm here. Oh, I've always wondered where it was, because I know who we were just speaking about it before, Penny from Penny Post. So I knew she came, and then I'm like, so she comes all the way to come to Newbury, because she comes and does quite a lot of
she does,
Newbury things like that, and she get the bus as well. And just looking at the bus route and everything, it's
she's a great ambassador for lots of small businesses. She's really good at bringing people together. So so she's been like very fun, fundamental in trying to sort of get us to do other things as well, and be aware of community things going on.
What's
so
going
that's
on.
been brilliant.
It really has been, because I know you guys, East Garston is part of West Berkshire, but actually you're on the Wiltshire border as well, aren't you? You're not far from Wiltshire.
So you're just right.
So having that, because my kid's granddaddy lives in Pusey. And that's how I've passed through. That's how. So when we're going to visit him, so I'm going to tell him about your cafe. So whenever he's coming around to pass through there, I don't think he knows about it. So you can
perfect place.
Yes, again, I mean, like you think, gosh, I need to do a bit more marketing as well, because so many people come and say, "Oh, we didn't know you were here."
Yeah.
But
people do that. People don't read. That's what we have figured out. They don't read. They don't look at signs or anything unless someone has taken them there, or someone has specifically said, "Let's go to this place," or "There's this place right there."
Word of mouth.
What people
as well.
So word of mouth, I find that has really helped a lot of small businesses.
Well, we're having some building work done at the moment, our house, and our plumber actually said, I've been to your cafe. And I said, oh, have you? He said his son had taken it from Newbury. They were from Newbury as well. So that was really nice.
That's really nice, isn't it?
So I love new customers, but we do have our very, very, can't think of the word, loyal support of our, just our regular customers. And we have we have a group of, we call them the boys.
I like that.
The ladies, the girls.
Yeah.
Oh,
they come in. They come in every week.
Yeah.
And it's just so nice.
It's probably part of their routine now.
Yeah.
And they know that, you know, you're there.
Yeah.
So both Rhona and I have done various other work throughout our lives. What was the worst job that you've ever done before you started it? Yeah.
I don't have to think about this. So I grew up in Herefordshire.
Yeah.
And they're very famous for their fruit farms. And so for the summer holidays, I mean, I don't think they do this anymore because it's a massive industry. But in when I was sort of a young teenager, we could go and do fruit picking for a bit of extra money, for pocket money, which me and my brother used to do in the summer holidays. And the first couple of years, I think, we did blackcurrants, which you would think are a little bit difficult, but no, they were quite good because you could get, as long as you didn't get too many leaves, pound a bucket, and you could get a few buckets in the day. And then we thought the next year we'd try our hand at apple picking because bigger fruit, smaller,
exactly,
more money.
More money.
Yeah. And so we did that, and we came along. They gave me a card with a hole in the middle.
Yeah.
And I had to measure every single apple before I could pick it.
Oh my word.
And put it in actually a bigger bucket.
Yeah.
So it took me longer. I didn't last the morning. I walked. I left. I thought, I'm not doing this. No.
I don't
Give me back my blackcurrants.
Yeah. That is
That
so
was
fun.
awful. That was an awful job. So
Can you look at apples the same way now?
I don't mind eating them, but I'm just thinking, surely I don't think the business model was good. I think they must have changed their business model because you can't be picking apples with a piece of card and a hole in it. That's going to take
I think
a while,
that's probably
isn't it?
like their way of quality control, maybe, and figuring out that this is a size. Maybe they had a supplier that needed a certain size. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm just trying to find some reasons for why they work that way.
I think better business, you've got to try and... Anyway, so we didn't last long on that one. So I think my brother lasted a bit longer than I did because he's no quitter, but I just said,
You're just like, no way.
not doing this today.
It's so funny. So if everyone wants to find out more about your opening times, where you are, the address and things like that, where can people find out about Priscilla's Kitchen?
So I'm on Instagram and Facebook. We do have a website, probably work in progress, so maybe it's just through Instagram and Facebook is the best place to find us. And we're open Wednesdays to Saturdays, 10 till 3.
Oh, brilliant.
So come down and see us. We've got a really nice outside space, plenty of parking.
Yeah.
And there's lots of really nice walks. We get lots of walkers come. Dogs are welcome on a lead, and also we get loads of cyclists coming as well because cyclists like to be able to keep their bike. Fair enough. They're usually very expensive and eat cake. Cyclists love cake. So all very welcome as well. So we've got
very much.
Oh, it's so great to have you on our podcast. And before we finish, we are always asking our guests what they're having for dinner, to inspire us or inspire someone when they're listening to us.
I'm not sure that Monday night dinner is a very inspirational dinner, but I do actually, it's one of my favourites because I think Monday is kind of like a good reset day, isn't it? So it starts about 5:30 when I pop the 2 very large baking potatoes in the Arga.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we go off to yoga. My husband and I go off to a yoga class and pay somebody £12 to go to sleep on the village hall floor for an hour, so that's nice. And then we come back and we have our jacket potatoes.
What do you have on your jacket potato? What do you put on your jacket potato?
So we'll have it's going to be a tin of tuna.
Yes, I like tuna.
And a nice salad though. I always do a really nice salad with it. And but that's Monday.
I like that.
Yeah.
How about you, Rhona? What are you having?
I don't really know. I don't know what's in the fridge. What am I having tonight? I am going to have, I think having some pasta.
Some pasta, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going to have some pasta. What pasta? I don't know.
Just rate the fridge. And
I'm looking in the fridge. I've got lots of vegetables and I'm going to, I'll make something up.
Yeah.
Something really easy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
That sounds yummy.
What are you having?
I think I'm going to have jack potato too, because I've just realised I don't remember the last time I had jack potato. So I think that sounds good, and I might make a chili with it. So
nice.
I'll put some chili and some cheese, and the kids will eat that too. So I think that's for dinner. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you to everybody who's listening or watching us. You can find us at kitchen.tales or on all the platforms that you can find podcasts. Thank you.